Day 2, problem 1. In question A, we're asked to identify the x-intercept and the y-intercept for the graph of this linear equation. So a linear equation, when graphed, is going to create a line on the grid, and that line usually will touch the x-axis at a dot and touch the y-axis at a dot. And those are called the x-intercept and y-intercept. We are asked to figure out where those locations are. So in part A, the first thing we're asked to get is the x-intercept. Now to find the x-intercept, we can use the fact that any dot that is on the x-axis will have as its y-coordinate a 0. And so I'm going to take this equation and substitute a 0 in place of the letter y. And here's what the equation now looks like. Now 2x subtract 0 is just 2x, that is equal to 6, and we can solve this for x. 2 times x is equal to 6. How about 2 times 3 equals 6? So x is 3. As an ordered pair, that can be written as 3, 0, and that is the x-intercept. Okay. Now for the y-intercept. The y-intercept is going to be a dot that is somewhere on this line here called the y-axis. And we can realize that any dot that is on this line will have as its x-coordinate a 0. And so I'm going to take this original equation and write it, but when I get to the letter x, I'm going to fill in 0. And so we have 2 times 0, and now subtract y is equal to 6. So subtract y equals 6. Now 2 times 0 is just 0 in this position. The minus y can be brought straight below, and the equals and the 6 can be brought straight below. So we have the equation negative y equals 6. And we can solve that for y. Negative of negative 6 will be equal to positive 6. And so y is negative 6. As an ordered pair, that can be written as 0, negative 6. Okay, now part B, graph the equation. We are going to draw the line that is the visual representation of this equation by using these two ordered pairs that we have already figured out. So the first one, the x-intercept, it is at 3, 0. Starting at the origin, 1, 2, 3. Here is 3, 0, the x-intercept. Okay, now let's use 0, negative 6, the y-intercept. Starting at the origin, 0, negative 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is negative 6, the y-intercept. And I can draw a line through those two dots. That is the graph of this linear equation. Now, day 2, problem 2. The cost of dance lessons, C of n, is a function of the number of lessons, n. The instructor charges a $50 registration fee plus $12 per lesson. Question A, write a function equation for the situation. Okay, let's do that. So for question A, we want a function equation that will show a relationship between the cost of dance lessons and the number of dance lessons that are paid for. That equation is going to begin like this. C of n, these symbols represent cost of dance lessons, and the cost of the lessons will be equal to, there's a $50 fee to register, so $50 plus, we also have to pay $12 per lesson. And we're told in the problem to use the variable n to represent the number of lessons. And so $12 per lesson, using the letter n to be the number of lessons, can be written in symbols as 12n. So this equation, C of n equals 50 plus 12n, is a function equation for the situation. It will give us the cost of dance lessons based upon the number of lessons that we wish to take. Now in part B, we can use that equation to find the cost for 3 lessons, 6 lessons, and 10 lessons. Let's do that. First, to find the cost of 3 lessons, that is when the n, which is representing the number of lessons, is 3. What will this equation produce as an answer? C of 3 is equal to 50 plus 12, and then again for n, fill in 3. So C of 3, which means the cost of 3 lessons, is equal to 50 plus 12 times 3 is 36, and 50 plus 36 is $86. So the cost of 3 lessons is $86. Next, let's find the cost for 6 lessons. So C of 6, that will be equal to 50 plus 12. And again, for the variable n, let's fill in how many lessons we're paying for, 6. And therefore, C of 6 is equal to 50 plus 12 times 6 is 72. And 50 plus 72 is $122. Okay, one more to go. This time, let's figure out the cost for 10 lessons. So in function notation, that is C of 10. What is the cost of 10 lessons? 50 plus 12 times 10. So C of 10 equals 50 plus 12 times 10 is 120, and 50 plus 120 is $170. So for part B, we were asked to find the cost of 3 lessons and 6 lessons and 10 lessons, and we have done that. 3 lessons is $86, 6 lessons is $122, and 10 lessons is $170.